Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I made a video. Gonna have to get you up to speed right quick. So we sold the last house and had to be out of Fishroom 2.0 back in July. We packed up all the tanks, all the fish, and had to move into my mom's place until we found our new house. It was a long and arduous process, and we ended up spending 2 months at my mom's place. It took trailer load after trailer load. But we got them there. We got all the fish set up eventually. I think I was able to get down to about 16 tanks. I had to mix some fish that shouldn't have been mixed. I had to sell off a bunch of fish really cheap at the auction prior to moving as well. But again, we made it happen. Then in September, right before we took possession of our new house, there was another auction. Lots of stuff for sale, but we really didn't have time. We dropped off some BAP entries, bid on a couple quick things, and then had to take off because we got possession of our new home. And this is Fishroom 3.0. We're gonna build it out from scratch, but these videos were taken on day one. It'll be cool to come back and take a peek back at this room once it's all built out, and look back at this video and see where it started or where it came from. Now you're all ready for today's update. So I hope you enjoy the video, and it's going to be a pleasure to show my progress along the way. Well, we finally moved to the new place. Lots of work ahead of us getting it ready, getting every room up to our standard and getting things set up, but we got a bunch of tanks here. This is the new fish room. The old fish room was 9 feet by 5 feet. And this new one here is 10 feet by 11 feet, and it's got this storage room in here. See, it's a mess with a bunch of supplies and a ton of aqua clears. Just getting ready to bring the big tanks over, but I wanted to get some media cycled, and also I need some help lifting them in, so I've got some friends lined up for this weekend, hopefully. Lots of the fish are doing well. We did lose a lot of fish in the moves. Just having to consolidate tanks and put fish together that shouldn't normally be together, and just the stress of moving as well, twice, because we had to move to my mom's and then from my mom's to here. But we salvaged a lot of species, and I'll show off some of the larger fish on the next video because they just simply aren't here yet. They're still at my mom's place. We're experimenting with this oil-filled heater that I picked up for the fish room. It's got all sorts of settings. It's set pretty low right now, and we're sitting at about 22 degrees here in the fish room, 46% humidity. Now, it doesn't have a finished roof, and it's got some nicely dated walls and this minty window cover here. But the fish room will come together as we go here. I want to take it step by step, and the plan is to build a wraparound rack that wraps all the way around those 3 walls, and then have a rack here as well. And all the racks will be 3 stories high, so the bottom shelf, middle shelf, and then there'll be a top shelf. Plan on having all the small tanks on the top shelf, and then I'll insulate everything and get it ready for winter. I'll paint the walls, I'll paint the floor. The last fish room we had a cement floor that we painted, and it seemed to work well. I liked the ease of cleanup and the overall look. So I'm gonna continue with that for this fish room, and I'll keep you all updated on the progress, but there's a lot of work to do. One of these boxes is full of air pumps, the other one's full of heaters. Nothing's got a heater in the tank right now because I usually reserve that for the larger tanks, and I don't really have any of those here yet. Lots of scared looking fish, but they're doing pretty well. The plan is to tie into the water system that's just above it there. There's also a drain for the sink at the back, so I'm gonna try and tie into that and get some plumbing going in here, which will be nice and convenient. For the meantime, the drain is just over in the utility room across this little hall by the furnace there. We're also going to get a Gemco air pump. I hear from lots of reputable people that those are the air pumps to get, so we're going to get a centralized air pump system going. Going to run a PVC loop around the ring of the fish room here, and then just screw in those little self-tapping valves. Aside from that, just a lot of work getting organized and getting set up, and from there we'll set up some breeding pairs and start getting things going again. We've got a lot of our fry that we're growing out are still growing. Wait, this tank here, these are some L100 fry. Along with some of those rainbow endlers. These are some what they call locally as species 5 ancestris. Not too sure exactly what they are, but in our club they have been kept separate from the regular bristlenose, so I'll continue to do that. But yeah, all in all, lots of work to be done and lots of fun to be had, really. Setting up new LED light systems and all that jazz. Hope you all enjoyed the quick update, and I'll continue to do updates from here on out on how the build goes.